Terrorism. Ghana places Nigerian lawmakers on watch list. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Abuja, the government of Ghana has placed members of the Nigerian National Assembly on watch list following the allegation made by President Muhammadu Buhari during his Independence Day address that one of the lawmakers was sponsoring secessionist agitation in the country. Buhari said in a speech that the recent arrest of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho and the ongoing investigations being conducted have revealed certain high-profile financiers behind the individuals. We are vigorously pursuing these financiers, including one identified as a servant member of the National Assembly. A member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Ben Ibakwa, at the plenary yesterday moved a motion under Order 6, Rule 2 and Section 17A of the Legislative Houses Powers and Privileges Act 2017, saying his privilege has been breached by the President's address. The lawmaker said a few days ago he was in Ghana to attend the wedding ceremony, but he is surprised he was detained by 4 hours based on the allegations made by Buhari. He said he was informed by the Ghanaian authorities that he wants to make sure that Nigerian lawmakers who are already tagged as sponsors of terrorism do not come into the country to cause problems. Ibwapa noted that by identifying and not naming the member of the National Assembly who is allegedly sponsoring secessionist groups in the country has made all the 469 lawmakers suspects. The lawmaker said, as reported by the media across the world, President Buhari in his Independence Day speech told the world that one of us is sponsoring terrorism. IPOB, by what it is to the face of the law today, is a terrorist organization, even when we have our reservation because the laws of the land and courts have spoken. Mr. Speaker, that means that 469 members of this National Assembly are crime suspects. On that fateful day, I went to Akure, Ondo State, to be part of the burial ceremony of our fellow colleague, Honorable Expensive, on Saturday. I had to honor an invitation in Ghana for a wedding. Mr. Speaker, it will amaze you what I faced in the hands of Ghanaian officials. They detained me for about 4 hours with the notion that they are trying to confirm something. I stayed at the airport for 4 hours and missed the wedding I went for. At the end of the day, one of them walked up to me saying, "Sorry, sir. There's an announcement in Nigeria that a member of the parliament is sponsoring terrorism, and we are put on red alert to ensure that no member of the parliament comes here to hide or cause trouble." I had to come back home dejected. Iwapa pointed out that he had been inundated with calls from all over the world asking him who among the lawmakers is sponsoring terrorism. According to him, the right thing for a father to do is to name and shame any child that's bringing about division, but the president did not shame that person nor name him or her. Instead, he named 469 members because of the fact that we have always cooperated and the fact that Nigeria has a lot to deal with. So I am appealing, if not, the right thing to do is to invoke Section 88 of the Constitution for them to tell us who amongst us is sponsoring terrorism. Section 88 reads, "Subject to the provisions of this Constitution, each House of the National Assembly shall have power by resolution published in the Journal or in the official gazettes of the government of the Federation to direct or cause to be directed investigation into any matter or thing with respect to which it has power to make laws." And Ibakwa said, going by the President's allegation, all the lawmakers are prime suspects. He therefore appealed to the leadership of the House to liaise with their counterparts in the Senate to have an audience with Buhari so that he can name the sponsor of terrorism among the lawmakers. The lawmaker reminded the House of our constitutional responsibilities of lawmaking as enshrined in Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and also reminded the House of principle of separation of powers, meaning no arm of government is superior to the other. He said the President should commence the prosecution of the individual if convicted should have been completely shamed, as it is wrong to throw a blanket accusation on an arm of government. In his ruling, the Speaker of the House, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, I beg your pardon, said Ibakwa's motion is noted, adding that the House would get back to him on that. But the President also failed to name Boko Haram sponsors. In fact, some of the suspects have been released. That is just the problem. There is no equity anywhere. There is no equity anywhere. There is no justice. This is the meaning of rubber stamp. Democracy is about check and balances by the free arms of government as stipulated by a constitution, but the legislative arm deciding to kowtow to whims and caprices of the executive. Now, the masses which they represent have lost their voices and their meaning. Let us all enjoy the Jews until Daniel comes to judgment. Nigerian lawmakers will now see themselves as criminals because the president has exposed them. This bunch of people are there in Abuja using their hard-earned tax money to sponsor insurgents of the country. Since they are voted in there, no one good thing have done for the country. There is no one good thing they have done for the country, only to approve documents without scrutiny. If they are innocent, let them not wait for the presidency to call their names. They should be wary of this accusation and cover out these criminals among them. Long live Mr. President. The president is confused. He is trying to cover up the names of Boko Haram terrorist sponsors. IPOB is never a terrorist group. It is an emancipation group for people of old Eastern Nigerians. The president should not mention them. Everybody will serve as watchdog to each other by reducing the workload of security officials. Look at, is it the duty of the lawmakers to fish out sponsors of terrorism or the federal government? Why are we always quick to pass the blame that is clearly the president on others? What is the reason for cover-up? The truth is, this blame passing, this energy that goes into this blame passing, is the energy that would have channeled into some other venue and will bring wonderful results. But no, we result into blame passing. And I do not understand why freedom fighters will be seen as terrorists, why the real bandits are roaming the streets free. In fact, they have been even given a means of livelihood. Some of them were retreated into the Nigerian army. And tomorrow, we keep hearing attacks upon attacks on our soldiers. And we keep asking, why are all these things happening? Yet, the federal government has continued to treat this matter of insecurity with kid gloves. How can you call freedom fighters terrorists and call those that slaughter our innocent citizens, slaughter them, rape them, kidnap them? Then you call them what? What are they supposed to be called? Since those that fight for their freedom, those that are freedom fighters are terrorists, then those that are committing these terrorist acts, what should they be called? This is not in any way the equity we are agitating for. This is not in any way the justice that is supposed to be given to the citizens of Nigeria. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen till I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.